I will say on behalf of our 320,000 members who work in pretty much every sector of the economy, some of them that have been punished by these crushing tariffs that we've been under from the United States for the past 18 months, that we really appreciate the efforts made by our Canadian negotiators to try and get a fair deal with the Trump administration that protected workers, that protected the industries that we have here in Canada. And I believe they had an incredibly difficult job. What we have seen over and over again from the Trump administration is demands for concession after concession after concession. And we saw that occurring at this negotiating table in Washington as well, to a point where the concessions were so great that our Canadian negotiators had to walk away. And I believe that that was the right decision. It was absolutely the right decision. That doesn't mean we're in an easy time right now. It's going to be a difficult time for our country and for working people, which is why as Canadians we're going to have to pull together like never before, come together, be united in the response that's going to be required. And I believe we were always going to end up in this place. And I say that because what we have seen from the U.S. administration under Donald Trump is this consistent attempt to try and destroy the industrial economy of Canada with tariffs that have been strategically designed to attack the auto industry, to attack the aluminum industry, to attack the forest sector and the forestry industry from BC to the Atlantic, and many other sectors. So we are now at a place where we have to draw this line in the sand. We are going to have to push back as hard as we can, as strategically as we can, and hopefully in the weeks and months ahead we can get to a place where we can put some of this back together. We do have a CUSMA table and a CUSMA review that Canada will have to be part of. And all along, we had concern that if we started and had an interim deal that then led to another negotiating table, would we be in a place where we had to give up too much leverage at the first table and then be demanding, the U.S. be demanding more concessions from us at another bargaining table? I heard our Prime Minister today. I think he was very clear about why our Canadian negotiators had to do what they did. And for working people, I would say to you, embedding or locking in unsustainable job-killing tariffs on the critical sectors of our country would have been very, very problematic for the medium and long-term jobs in those sectors and for the workers who depend on them. What I would say is I would call on Canadians, as I'm sure all leaders will be doing, to stick together, to stand firm, and to do what we have to do to protect our country, to protect the workers of Canada and the industries that we all depend on to feed our families and support our communities.